Hello everyone, this is Nevergoing77 here, and welcome to Let's Play Hexen, Beyond Heretic, or just simply Hexen. Yes, this is the sequel to Heretic, in which we last left off. We defeated the first Serpent Rider, Disperal, whereas in this game we're going to be taking on Korax, who will be the second of the three evil Serpent Riders. So yeah, another great old classic Doom engine game that we got here, made by Raven Software, as well as with the help of id Software, of course. Should be pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to doing this one too, so here we go. We're gonna hit our new game here, and yeah. Now right away we have ourselves the option between choosing through three different classes to play as. You can even pick random if you want. But yeah, three different classes with each their own unique set of skills, stats, as well as weapons to use. We have the fighter, who is really good at melee, really good at rushing in and killing off enemies, good armor, good strength, but not good on magic though. And then we have the cleric, who is a good balance between the magic and strength. He's a pretty good all-rounder. And then we have the mage, yes, the wizard, who is, as you would have guessed, really good at magic, but not good at anything else. He's the one class that the pros tend to play more. But even though I do want to play as the mage, I think I'm going to go with the cleric for this playthrough, as he is a pretty good, well-balanced class, and makes him pretty beginner-friendly, too, as a result. So we're going to go and get him and pick our difficulty. Now, the difficulties, I'll just go and show them real quick, is actually got different names, even though they function pretty much the same for the different classes. You got the Squire, Knight, Warrior, Berserker, Titan for the fighter, the cleric, Altar Boy, Acolyte, Priest, Cardinal, and Pope, which is pretty funny. And finally, the mage is this: Apprentice, Enchanter, Sorcerer, Warlock, and Archmage. But yeah, we're going to go with the cleric, like I said, and I think we're going to go and pick Priest, the good medium difficulty here, because it's actually a game that I've never managed to finish before, and I don't want to get myself too much of a hard time by picking the harder difficulty. So we're going to go ahead and pick Priest, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go. Yes, alright, here we are. Got our mace in hand, ready to go kick some ass. Good old medieval fantasy style. Yes. Already got ourselves some monsters to kill right here, so let's go ahead and smash them up with our mace that we got. Yep, going out and killing them off here. Yeah, very nice. Now, like I said, this is a game that also uses the Doom engine, and a modified one at that, because we got ourselves some new features here, such as being able to jump, which will be very handy, as well as destructible objects. Yes, we can go ahead and smash these stained glass panes right here. Yeah, look at that. Look at all those little shards of glass smash everywhere onto the ground into a bunch of itty bitty little pieces. Awesome. Alrighty, here we go. Going through this door, and it's a very nice sound effect that door made too, with that creaking. Very much adds some nice character to that. But yeah, we seem to be in this nice church here for our very first level here, which is called the Winnowing Hall. Yes, the Winnowing Hall. Got ourselves some monsters to defeat, as well as the return of some more new features that we've seen before in Heretic, such as the inventory system. We got ourselves our first item here for the inventory system. Now, these are the flechettes. They are a good utility weapon that you can use. For when you use it, it drops it in midair and unleashes a poisonous cloud of gas, as you can see there. Can be very useful for locking enemies in choke points, as well as suffocating them, of course. Very good, pretty useful, and can save your life. So just keep that in mind. Also, another new thing to show is the traps here. Yes, got ourselves a nice fireball traps that we got ourselves to dodge. Yep, dodging all the fireballs here, which I am doing very bad at. But yeah, those fireball traps, I think that switch behind it is just to turn it around in case you get stuck But yeah, it's another thing for us to watch out for is those traps. So yeah, going around and smashing some more stained glass panes here. Yes, more stained glass panes. But if you look closely, you can actually see a bit of an Easter egg here. If you look at these stained glass panes, you can tell there's actually the 3 different characters that you can play as. The 3 different classes, the fighter, the cleric, and the mage. And if you look above them, it shows the 3 ultimate weapons that they use. The Coitus, the Wraith Verge, and the Blood Scourge. Yes, very cool, very interesting. There's nice little attention to detail, I will say. But yeah, we're playing as the cleric in this playthrough, as I think he is probably going to be the best suited option. As much as I'd like to play as the mage, the cleric will do just as fine. And he's got the nice melee mace here. He's not as powerful as the melee weapons from the fighter, of course, but still it gets the job done. But I think now, if we break down these glass panes, it should lead a secret entryway beyond, which we're going to have to go through and eliminate some more and smite some more monsters of evil. As we got ourselves quite the nice monster roster for this game here, starting with these first enemies, which I think are called the Etons, right? Let's just scan them real quick. Yes, the Eton. Or is it Eton, actually? I think it might be Eton. Well, whatever the case, they're our first monsters for us to go and kill. Pretty basic enemy. There's a pretty cool, menacing-looking 2-headed monster, fitted in armor, as you can see, and they got themselves a mace of their own. But yeah, we're definitely going to be counting on seeing them all throughout this playthrough here. It's killing all the Etons. Yes, all of them. So that's all the Etons here killed. Very good. So you just go ahead and hit the switch, and it should lower down this pedestal, which will give us our first key. Yes, the emerald key. Very nice. Very fancy. Okay, but uh-oh, looks like we got ourselves another trap here in the form of a crusher. I like how these doors that were previously open before now have to make my life a bit more difficult and try and crush me. Thankfully, it's not too bad, so we can just run right through as soon as this one's done opening, and simple as that. Also, I will like to point out that I like the textures on these doors here with the twin dragon heads. It looks pretty cool. I must say so myself. But yeah, let's go ahead and head back out now that we got our key, which I think is this way. Oh, say hello to some more Etons. Yep, crush some more Etons to kill. And I think no, not that way. Go this way. Yes, this way. Go ahead and open this door, which we needed the emerald key for. We'll open that now, and yeah, going and smashing some more Etons here. Now, I do like the look of these switches here. It's got a nice little crescent moon shape there. And I think this is a door that needs another switch to open, which I think is up here. Yes, up here. Going to kill you, and go and activate this switch, which should let us through here. Yes, very nice. And oh, so we got ourselves a new enemy. Now those little black imps there, they're pretty much like the Heretic imp. You know, those little red bastards from before, except these guys I think are a little bit stronger. They can shoot their little fireball attack that they got, as well as being pretty dodgy. They can really dodge your attacks, as you can see there. So yeah, pretty do have to watch out for that. As well as, yeah, more of you. But yeah, pretty cool, fun game that we got on our hands here. It is really neat. Like Heretic, this is also a nice little medieval fantasy themed shooter for the Doom engine, but also got like a little bit of a D&D aspect to it too, with the classes and all. Because as you can see there with my armor, which is AC, short for armor class, by the way, is at 2. It's my starting bonus for the cleric that I got. Now, each class that you got that you can play as has their own starting bonus of AC. The fighter, I believe, has 3. The the cleric has 2 and the mage has 1. It can be upgraded by collecting armor pieces as well, which we will be able to collect in the near future. But for now, we got ourselves another crushing trap before us, trying to keep us in here while we got our silver key. And this one is pretty straightforward here. Just got to go and wait for the first 3 ones, and then basically just run through. Yep. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy, and yeah, let's go ahead and break some more stuff, because like I said before, destructible objects. Definitely be fun having to break through all that stuff. As I believe these trees can also be destroyed too, but not with our mace, unfortunately. It won't be until we get the later weapons. But yeah, let's go ahead and go through this door here, this silver key door, I might add, which is pretty cool actually. That brings me to talk about another thing, is the keys in this game are actually pretty cool and pretty unique, as it's timed to be more themed and a lot more versatile type of keys. It's no longer just the red, yellow, and blue key anymore. No, we're going to have a variety of keys that we're going to be picking up here, starting with the green and silver key. And most of these keys are only used once or twice as a result, though. Which I guess is for the best, because yeah, we're going to be collecting a lot of keys in this. So that being said, we got our 2 keys for now. We go up in this tower and ring the bell. Yes, go and ring that bell. It's a giant bell. Very good, and that should open up a door for us. You can ring it again if you want. But yeah, we'll go ahead and drop down, but be careful, because yeah, this game has fall damage in it. Yes, fall damage, which is another thing we're going to have to watch out for. As well as being another thing that's going to be pretty essential for a lot of the traps that involve huge pits of death that will most surely kill us instantly if we fall in. So yeah, just another thing for us to watch out for and keep in mind of. So let's go ahead and make our way back here. Smash in some more of these imps. These little black gargoyles, or whatever they're called, and head back in here. Now, this is a teleporter. It will teleport us to our next area. Before we do that, we'll be sure to kill off you guys. And teleport away, yes. And off into our very menacing-looking red portal that we got. Alright, well, here we go.
Greetings, mortal. Are you ready to die?
Oh, you bet I am. Oh, you bet I am, Mr. Scary-looking Skullface. I'm always ready to die. Yes. So yeah, what you saw there was Korax, as he just very fearsomely appeared in that mirror image there. He will be mocking us so as we progress through the game. Like we just said there. Pretty cool transition, I will say. I do like how he just morphed the face out of that fiery pit of hell just to say hello to us. The greetings, mortal. Are you ready to die? Very cool, I will say. But yeah, we're going to be seeing him again a few more times before we actually do fight him at the end of the game here. So yeah. We're going to be seeing, I'm going to have to get used to seeing his dumb old face, for sure, but yeah. Now we're in the 7 portals area, which is this big old hub area here. And going by what the name says, there are indeed 7 portals in this area, but one of them will take us to the next area where we need to go, beyond these 7 doors here. Yeah, now guess which one will take us to the next area. I'm pretty sure it will definitely be this big, wide open door right at the end here. Yes. So we'll go ahead and take out those guys. As that is another thing that's pretty cool in this game, is it has a hub system as its method of progression, where it's no longer just a level for level thing from before, where I actually be going through hub areas and as a result be doing a lot more backtracking into the other areas that we've been before as we solve more puzzles and make our way through. And as you can see, for now, all 7 of these doors are closed. But if you go and hit this switch over here, it will open one of these doors over here, as well as lower down our next weapon for us, the cleric weapon. and that is the Serpent Staff. Yes, the Serpent Staff. Now the Serpent Staff here is actually a pretty awesome weapon. It shoots 2 projectiles of magical energy, as you can see right there, that also deals poison damage. But not only that, you can go up to your enemies, as this weapon has a melee ability as well, where it can actually go up and suck the life out of your enemies and add it to your own health pool, which actually does make it a pretty awesome, effective weapon, if I do say so myself. And we sure will be using it quite a lot. And it might not be quite as good as the Mage's second weapon, which is pretty much ice powers. You just freeze your enemies with the ice shards, but this weapon is also really good, and we'll definitely make good use of it. Now, another thing to keep in mind in this is there are only 2 ammo types in this game. Yes, only 2 ammo types. We have the blue mana, which is the type of mana that I'm picking up right now, as well as the green mana. If you look on the bottom, on the right side, next to the blue mana, is the green mana as well. Whereas the second weapon for all the classes here uses the blue mana, as you can see. The third weapon uses the green mana, and then the fourth and final ultimate weapon uses both. Yes, very nice. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And because of that, you usually won't have to worry about ammo too much, as there are only 2 ammo types after all, not including the flechettes that you get. But yeah, definitely pretty cool either way. So let's go ahead and go in through here, and let's kill you guys first. There's just standing around waiting to die. And we're going to just go up and kill you. We can demonstrate the melee ability of the Serpent Staff. And yeah, as you saw there, I was able to suck the life out of him and kill him off up close. Now, using the melee ability of the Serpent Staff uses pretty much the exact same rate of blue ammo that is consumed, so you don't have to worry about using extra, but it is very, very handy either way. So anyways, let's go ahead and go into our first sub-hub area, which is the Guardian of Ice. Yes, the Guardian of Ice. Very cool sounding name. No pun intended there, but yeah, here we are in the Guardian of Ice. And right in there is the Amulet of Warding. It's our first armor piece that we got there. It's pretty much just a necklace that gives us a bit of a defense boost. We're not really going to need it since we are the cleric and we already do have a fairly decent armor set bonus for our class as it is. But yeah, we'll be sure to pick up that amulet when we get to it. For now, we just have some more Ettins to kill. Yes, more Ettins. As well as another switch here. And what do you know? I got an Amulet of Warding right here. Alright, now, this you have to watch out for, because what these are these little crushers here, that if you go and step over them, they will crush you instantly and kill you instantly. Except if you let's see, you can actually sort of cheat it a little bit by, going along the side there, and it will mostly crush you, but you can still survive it as a result, which is pretty cool. Not sure if they intended it for it to work that way, or if it's a glitch, but yeah, it's something you can do with these little crushers here. Except for this one with the sword pointed to it. You go into this one with the sword pointed to it, and it will just teleport us back to our 7 portals main hub here. The first of the main hubs that we have to go through in this game here. But now that we're back, we should, have this door open, which will take us to our next sub-hub area here. So yeah, you can already see how the level progression in this is going to work. We're going to be doing a lot of backtracking, coming back to this area, doing a lot of puzzle solving, and that's how we're going to progress through this game. And it's pretty cool. I think it's actually one of the first games that made use of the hub system too, which is really neat. Like I said, it's no longer just a matter of level through level anymore, where it's just items and secrets with end stats and all that. Yeah, no, this time we're actually going to have to do some exploring and problem solving, and yeah, not quite to the point where it's open world per se, but still pretty unique in regards to that it is different from the old style level progression from Doom and such from before. But yeah, here we go again. We go into the Guardian of Fire. Yes, the Guardian of Fire. You can say hello to that little gargoyle dude there. And yeah, as you'd expect, with a name like Fire, you definitely be sure to expect to see a lot of fire and lava and other such hot things to go about here. Yeah, such as you guys. Yes, smash them with my Mace of Contrition. I think that's what it's called, or Contrition, or something like that. Our basic melee weapon. Now, the first weapon for all the classes does not use any mana, which does make sense. It is always good to have that last resort weapon to use, so even if you're out of ammo for everything. In this case, for the cleric, being the mace. And the fighter, I think, is literally just his fists that he uses, albeit wearing steel gauntlets to help strengthen that. But yeah, it is pretty funny. You can literally just go up and punch things as the fighter, whereas the mage gets the only ranged first weapon of the game, which is the Sapphire Wand. It's basically a pretty straightforward blue hit scan firing weapon, a lot similar to the Gold Wand in Heretic. So yeah, nothing too special there. But also, we go and hit this puzzle over, or this switch here, and it says 1/3 of the puzzle has been solved in the 7 portals. And that is going to be important for us, because we're going to need to hit all these kind of switches to solve these puzzles in order to progress. And as you saw there, 1/3 of it's been solved, so we do want to go and find those other 2 switches to solve the puzzle for this. When we go over here, we have the fire key door, which says we need the fire key. Both of these doors here lead to the same area, so it would make sense for them to both need the same key, as well as this little brick down here. Now, we can't do anything down here for now, aside from getting burnt alive in this lava, so let's not let that happen. Instead, let's go through this way, because we open this door up, and we see we got a item that we need over there. So let's go ahead and grab it. But, oh no, oh, it's a door. They closed right at the last second there. Shucks. And not only that, we got ourselves the whole way leading there that is collapsed down into little bits and pieces of rubble now that is just barely left standing, which is a bit of a problem for us, because now we can go back through here, but as you can see, we now got not only monsters for us to defeat, but this little bit of parkour that we have to do, which is going to be a bit tricky and a bit scary to do. But hey, at least once we do it, we can get access to that item over there, which we need now that that door's open. But here we go. Be a little bit careful with this, because it is instant death if we do fall here. So you'll have to watch out. Show off my epic parkour skills by jumping across these little platforms here, and we did it. Nice. Alright, now we got ourselves the flame mask, which we are definitely going to need. So with our flame mask, we got nothing else to do here for now, so we just simply head back on out to the 7 portals. Go back out here, collect some crystal vials, as also what has made a return to this game, as well as the very handy quartz flasks from before. Yes, always good to have the nice quartz flasks to help us out. But let's see, we'll just keep on our fletchets for now, because the maximum amount of items that we can carry is 25 there. So we're already maxed out with the fletchets, so speaking of which, might as well use them now, since we are maxed out on them anyways. Kill off those Ettins there with the poisonous gas. Now, it should be interesting to note that the fletchets here actually have a different function for the 3 different classes that you can play as. Whereas if you play as the mage, when you use the fletchet, it pretty much does the exact same thing, but instead of unleashing the poisonous cloud of gas, it just simply explodes, which is also pretty handy, but it's not as good as the poisonous gas ones that you get as a cleric. And the ones that you get as the fighter, pretty much explode as well, but act more as a grenade, where they can bounce around the place and then they explode. So yeah, pretty cool, as that's also another thing to keep in mind when playing as other classes. So yeah, pretty good. Let's go ahead and make our way into this area now, which is the Guardian of Steel. Yes, and yet another Guardian that we have to do. There's the Guardian of Ice, the Guardian of Fire, and now the Guardian of Steel. So let's go ahead and make our way in here, kill off some enemies, as well as some new enemies here we got. Now these guys are these centaurs. Yeah, they are pretty annoying because, as you can see here, they can guard and defend with their shields, which actually blocks almost all forms of damage, and it can even rebound your projectiles back at you. Yes, like that. And you really don't want that to happen, because when they rebound your projectiles against you, they can actually be turned against you and hurt yourself, which is really not good, especially considering that your green magical projectiles from the serpent staff here also does poison damage, so it can even poison yourself with your own attack. So it's another thing to definitely keep in mind for fighting these centaurs, which does make them quite annoying to take down as well. But thankfully there shouldn't be all that many of them for me to fight on this difficulty, or at least for now as well on this level. But yeah, let's see what we got here in this Guardian of Steel. I already see a lot of metal walls, which I guess shouldn't be too surprising, as well as some more switches here. Now we're going to need to take note of those switches that we saw before, because we're going to need to use them to help solve the puzzle that we got here. First, let's go and kill these centaurs, because they are pretty annoying, and look how they just block all of your attacks with the shield that he got. Now, you can use your flechettes here, which are the poison gas clouds. They can, because they can negate the effects of the shield blocking that the centaurs do. It can actually make him quite useful for taking them out. As you can see, he was pretty much helpless against my poisonous clouds of gas that I've unleashed on him there, so he died pretty quickly to that, which is pretty good. So you definitely want to, that's one of the things you want to save your flechettes for sure, as well as large groups of enemies as well. But what you saw there are these big green slithery slimy dudes. So those are the Chaos Serpents. They're not too strong or too much of a hassle to deal with, other than them shooting their fireballs at you. But they can be a bit of a pain to fight in large groups there. So you do have to watch out for that. As well as, actually, we've seen them before at the last part of Heretic, where he was actually being ridden by Disparol on top of him as the final boss. Whereas in this game, they're pretty much an enemy in their own right, which is pretty cool, I will say. As such, we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of them. But for now, we've got to go through here. But we do need the steel key to get through here. Yes, the steel key. Well, that's not good. Well, what about a silver key? Will that work? No? Yes. Well, I guess it was worth trying. But anyways, we got to go back now and go through this door. Say hello to another one of these Chaos Serpents. And watch out, watch out for their fireball attack. As we now make our way down. And, go back up. And yeah, we gotta time the elevator pretty well here, otherwise it won't, it's a bit finicky. It won't go down right. Come on, elevator, come on. There we go. Take me down, please. Okay, now we go down here, because this is where we need to go to hit our switches. Go and kill some more Hexens here. And we got some more armor, too, as well as another switch that we hit. Another third of the puzzle has been solved in the 7 portals. Excellent. I'll go ahead and, now with that done, we need to go back to those 7 portals once again to do the next parts of the puzzle. But until then, I think this is pretty much a good spot to end it off. A nice, good first episode of our Hexen playthrough here. As we'll kill you real quick, and we'll head back now. Yes, which I think it was back this way. Yes, back this way. Up to our 7 portals. And yeah, okay, that should open up another door, but for now we're going to have to end it off here. So I think that's pretty much all the time we have for this first episode, so as always, let's go ahead and save our game. The game files, save it up. And LP. And our LP backup. Just in case, you know. Just in case. LP backup. Very good. Alright, well, that's about does it for this nice first episode of our Hexen playthrough. Very cool. Got a lot of nice new things introduced for us here, off the rip. Yeah, for now, that's going to be it for today. So, with that being said, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. If you like the video as well as the other ones that I upload on here, then don't forget to drop, like, comment, or subscribe, because I upload videos almost every day. So be sure to hit that bell and get those juicy notifications. And be sure to stay tuned for next time for getting some more Let's Play Hexen. Yes, so, finally, with that being said, this Endemic Wayne 77, signing off. And as always, take care, everyone. Goodbye.